So we saw what happened last session, which happened more or less in a vacuum, and so Grung, the rogue, scampered off with the chainsaw that was left in the street. And basically, what's going to happen is, um, so let's see. Scarlett, you were in the Cloud Giant Castle in the sky.
Yep.
You knew that people were going to Longsaddle.
Yep.
Let's see. Pip was in Longsaddle before he got teleported away. So what? I don't know. Let me know. Let's hear a little bit about Donny and Steve to try to figure out where the hell I can put them to make this campaign continue on.
I mean, Donnie just needs to be wherever he can spread the good word of safety equipment.
Gotcha. Okay, so he's basically like he's the head of OSHA.
Yes.
Got it.
He
Okay.
probably founded OSHA at this point.
Got it. Yes, whatever the Faerunian equivalent of OSHA. Okay, that's fine. So what about Steve?
Uh,
He
Steve, Steve would probably be on a rooftop somewhere, just sitting there, looking down.
All right. So, oh my god. All right. So, as we will, I guess, we'll deal with what's going on in, I guess, Longsaddle. Sure. We'll see what happens. So, Steve, you have spent your time recently on the roof of the Ivy Mansion of Longsaddle. Look at that. How crazy was that?
Pretty crazy.
So this whole time you've been there, you watched from a distance what you saw happen. You watched the assault from before of the of the chainsaw wielding Terminator robot attack the other party. You watched the Dragon Rider and the Owl Rider get stopped by the arcane bubble that prevented them from entering. You watched the dwarf cleric teleport away and the red-eyed skeletal construct teleport away the wood elf rogue. You also watched as stalking through the streets were a half-orc, a Goliath, a gnome, and a human in armor who disappeared into a work shed and never came back out.
Seems like normal person behavior to me. Absolutely no reason to leave my roof.
Correct. So, time has passed. Almost an hour has passed or more since that event has gone down, Steve. And in this time, Donny, you have made your way to the city of Longsaddle, having heard about the dangerous and powerful magic wielded by the Harple family who lives here, and how it has a penchant to be extremely volatile and extremely unsafe. And that
okay.
does not fly with you. This is just
No,
reckless,
not.
abandonedly using, magic like crazy like this. Just, that's not good, right? Scarlett, you told your bros after you have completed your kegger here that you in transit you sober up from the crazy party.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's rough. But no hangover though, which is good.
I'm a seasoned partier.
Yes. You touch down in the outside the what's it called? Wow, words. The castle touches down and drops you off outside of the gates of Longsaddle, where you see human paladin, which is actually a normal human male for once. Why don't you describe to us a little bit about Donny, what she sees?
Well, he's wearing dwarven plate, boasting 2 different shields. He's got a cloak of protection for the one behind him. He's currently riding atop a giant armadillo. Just, I assume, striding into town all Old West style, just kind of like slow pace walking in. I wanted him to be able to curl inside of the armadillo and literally roll into town, but I couldn't think of how that would really make sense. I didn't think it would really work, so
I mean, if you really want, I'll allow it, because I feel like it fits with the same theme of how Autobots transform with people, like, still inside them.
Yeah. Well, one of my magic items was the Saddle of the Cavalier, so that I could definitely not accidentally be dislodged from the mount.
I like it.
I guess my saddle mounts inside the armadillo then.
Man, that we're getting into I don't want to know it territory. So however you want it to work, it happens.
So then all you really see is a
Park Kangaroo.
No, it's not Park Kangaroo, but it. I like where your head's at. This isn't a fully Avatar game. There's not like armadillo roos here.
Yeah. So then all you really see is a giant ball rolling into town, technically.
So Scarlett, you touch down in the center of town, the arcane bubble having disappeared, and you watch as this large scaled ball rolls in towards you.
What the? Am I still drunk?
And as you ask that, in a flash of red light appearing on the ground prone with a gash of a chainsaw wound in his side is Pip. Appears right next to the ball, startling the armadillo ball. And and Steve, you watch all of this happening. And you are compelled to move towards this group by an otherworldly magical thing, which I will tell you about shortly.
Well, seeing fellow
stuff.
humans, I would definitely, go down there. And then as soon as I get down there, I realize that I haven't put my disguise on, so put this on real quick. I'm like, oi, fellow humans!
So is it totally obvious that you're...
Yes.
Yeah, it is a gargoyle. I mean, it is largely a stone gargoyle with stone gargoyle wings. The countenance of a gargoyle, but like a really bad mustache. And
Which was put on after we saw her?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and as Stone Cold Steve Austin touches down next to Donny, Scarlett, and Pip, as Pip pops back in the red energy, another form of red energy appears in front of you, and it is a tuck box with cards. And I will need Donny and Steve to draw from this deck. And
how do I do that?
Yes. Where is it? Let me post the link again.
Meanwhile, Scarlett's looking back up at the sky, wanting to go back to the kegger. Like, I should have never left. What the fuck is going on?
So there is in the Roll20 chat, I've posted a Deck of Many Things card generator. So I will need Donny to draw. I will point out that the donation was Must Kill Homer.
Perfect, because I drew the Void card.
Oh, shit.
This card spells instant disaster. The character's body continues to function as though comatose, but their psyche is trapped in a prison somewhere in an object on a far plane or planet, possibly in the possession of an outsider. A wish or a miracle does not bring the character back, instead merely revealing the plane of entrapment. Draw no more cards.
Yes, that is the 3rd edition description. I'll read you the 5th edition. Is pretty much the same. Trapped, your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object. While your soul is trapped, you're incapacitated. Yes, and it says a wish can't restore the soul, but the spell reveals the location of the object. You draw no more cards. So,
am I evil now?
What?
Am I evil now?
Well, your body is... I mean, maybe. Your body is lifeless. So, Steve, you also have to draw.
Okay, 1 second. The link's loading.
That's fine.
I think I need to draw too, don't I?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Did you draw before?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't. You do have to draw. You do have to draw. So let me get back to you.
There wasn't one for.
So let's have Steve draw Steve's first.
I drew a key.
Ooh. Okay.
The Queen of Hearts.
Steve, please roll me a percentile.
Even 50.
A sword appears on the ground at your feet.
I pick it up.
It is a sword. That's all you can tell right now.
I put it somewhere because I realized I don't have a bag.
Yep. Okay. And
Just holding a shovel.
and Pip, how many cards would you like to draw? You only have to draw one.
I'll YOLO and draw 2.
Okay, so go ahead and click that link and draw one card for me.
I respect the
drawn-
YOLO, bro.
Comet. I got Comet. The character must single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster or monsters encountered, or the benefit is lost. If successful, the character gains enough XP to attain the next experience level.
That is correct. The second card?
Moon. The card sometimes bears the image of a moonstone gem, with the appropriate number of wishes shown as gleams therein. Sometimes it depicts a moon with its phase indicating the number of wishes. Full equals 4, gibbous 3, half 2, quarter 1. These wishes are the same as the... Oh, damn.
So, because that's the 3.5 version, I will need you to roll me a D3. So just type in roll 20 / roll 1d3.
To get 3 wishes or D wishes?
If he gets a D3 wishes. If he rolls a 3, he gets...
He got one.
You have one wish.
Wish to know
Steve,
where Homer
you-
is.
No. There's a simple way. Don't wish to know where he is. Wish for everybody to go there.
That'll ruin the campaign. Do it.
You can definitely... You can definitely... Hey! I mean... Was that your wish? Because if that was your wish, I'll do it.
Hold on. Can anybody get us out of wherever he's trapped? Like, can anybody plane shift us out?
Yeah, I have plane shift.
Okay. We're doing it!
Okay. Without even...
I don't even know you people.
Wait, who are you guys?
Let's go!
So, basically... Here, let me paint you this scene. For the internet and for the players involved. So, let me also change up the music here.
It says that the wish spell doesn't restore his body, but it tells us the location, right?
It tells you exactly... Yes, it tells you where it is. So you are able to get there.
Restore him.
Oh, you would need 2 wishes. Well,
Yeah.
Well,
technically,
hold
if
on.
you wish to go where I am,
Yes.
or I could wish that he never drew the void card.
or drew a different card.
Hang on. Let me see. Because I don't know if a wish spell will undo... Ooh, let me check.
Deck of many things.
Because there is something there's a card in the deck of many things that undoes a draw from the deck of many things.
I think that's the fate card. The fate card fixes the
So
Guardian Fate card.
yep. So it won't work. It won't let you can't unwish. Ooh.
Because it doesn't say that on the comic card. Not on the comic, on the
No, it
Other
just
one,
gives
right?
you the wish spell as per the wish spell. So
You could wish to draw the fate card that lets you undo a card.
God damn it, I could.
listen, you haven't officially stated I wish to do X.
Yeah.
So what would you like to wish to do? Now is your time to make your decision.
Ooh. I wish for another deck of many things that had no bad cards.
Okay.
All relative.
So, how
Had no
relative
negative
indeed.
effects on it. How no negative
You already said the wish, so that's
Oh,
no bad cards is completely relevant. So you wish for a deck of many things with no bad cards. I like that. That is a very vague description.
All
So,
the cards
damn
are in
it.
pristine condition.
yep. So in front of you appears, with a hand outstretched, holding a small little tuck box. And
Second deck.
let me see. You guys are, what are you, level 14?
Yes.
And just make sure everybody is 14. So everybody's all leveled up. Good. Great. So, let's see. Oh, how bad do I want to be? Yeah, so is a large crimson red creature with the head of a bull, long horns, huge size, massive wings, strapped in one hand it is holding a whip made completely of fire, and sheathed at its belt is a long sword made of pure lightning,
God damn it.
holding
Oh,
this
I'm dead.
box
I'm dead.
of only good deck of many things cards.
No, not bad cards.
Yes, correct. Not bad cards. Thank you for reminding me.
I
And
will
it,
say in primordial to him,
Yep.
hello.
He doesn't speak primordial.
It's a Baylor, right? Are they demons? They are. Primordial is the older dialect of Abyssal.
Yes, but I don't believe that Pip knows too much about Baylor's, being a sneaky guy who sneaks around not being known. So I don't know how much Pip knows about Baylor's.
Well, I do know that primordial is like a root language, so I guess I could assume
Well,
that older demon things would know it.
but it doesn't. So it only knows Abyssal.
So yeah.
So no. And you, Scarlett, and normal human Steve, see this happen. There is now a large, fiendish creature in front of you, with holding a deck out in front of it, with what it perceives to be not bad cards. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna deep sigh and I'm gonna take out my sword. And
No, everybody be diplomatic.
Well, the sword's already drawn.
I drew my diplomacy sword.
Well, Benzyme, you wanted to kill people with your deck. This is one way to
Hello?
do it. So,
I mean, technically, I'm still alive.
you're right. So, Scarlett drew her sword. Pip, what would you like to do? Yes.
I would like to ask him if I would like to ask this demon thing if it would like to make a deal.
Okay. You ask it, and it will speak back in your brain. And it like takes the cards that it was holding in its hand, and it tucks the cards into its belt.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
And it says in your brain. So none of you guys hear this. Scarlett, you just draw your sword. Normal human Steve, you are just there, being a normal human.
I nudged Scarlett and I'm like, take a load of this non-human person over here. Look, what is he doing? I'm like waggle.
she just looks at you and she's like, but you're not. Never mind.
So, it says to you, and it seems like it crosses its arms with its left hand on its lightning longsword and its right hand still on its fire whip, and says to you, what kind of deal?
Dominion of this city to start your own demon empire for that deck.
He looks at you and he says, we got a $5 donation as well. He says, and he kind of like looks you up and down with your chainsaw wound in your shoulder, and he looks at you and he goes, you don't have dominion of this town. Who are you to offer it?
someone who has exceptional skills in procuring things.
Let's see.
And how would you know if this town is mine to offer or not?
And he says, let's see. And he goes, "Oh, my mistake. So what you're telling me is if I just kill you, I have control of this town."
No, that is not what I'm saying.
Uh-huh. All right.
Many things could go wrong in the eventuality of my death, where no one would benefit.
And he goes, "Well, I get to keep the deck and you die, so that sounds like a pretty good benefit to me." Anyway, go ahead and make me a deception check.
Deception? Damn, I can't persuade him.
Nope,
Okay.
you are flat out lying to him right now. Do we get another donation? Let's see here. 18. And this donation is for something. I love when we get donations and they have... Oh, wait. Ex Libris, you donated $5. What was that donation for? So we can know. You rolled an 18. Does he have any other weird things?
He said it's for the kids, whatever that means.
Okay, that's fine. It's for the kids.
We said that earlier, but...
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't... Well, the $5 options are what? Coffee and...
A couple other things.
Trinkets?
Trinkets, and I think that might be it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at the page, that's all I see. Yeah.
Okay. Then that works then. He stays his hand on his sword for the moment, but he doesn't seem utterly convinced that bad things will happen if he kills you, as you are but a tiny elf boy. So he hasn't attacked yet, but he is looking at you.
I'm looking to make a deal with someone like yourself. You clearly have much power, and it'd be greater to your... It'd be beneficial in increasing your power to have your own dominion, would it not?
And he says, potentially, but I have a nice corner of the third circle carved out for myself.
Yes, but with more people can offer you power. If you have dominion on Earth, on the material plane, if something bad were to happen, such as your corner to be attacked by some other ambitious demons, then have this as another focal point to return to.
And let's see, what else do we have on him? He says to you, he goes, are we in 5th place at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. We just bumped up. Oh, yeah, we bumped up above Satine Phoenix with a couple of more recent donations. Feeling pretty good. All right, so he says, he goes, "Not for nothing, but this town looks like a piece of shit." And he looks around at the dead, empty town that's dark and muddy with all the boarded up windows and only the 4 of you, or the 3 of you, and a lifeless corpse, or a lifeless body, rather, comatose body in the street.
Perception. perhaps everybody are in the underground tunnels, because I knew that for the safety of the people, this should be done between the two figures in the two parties that would be involved.
And he said, so you save an entire townspeople to put them underground, to put them all in danger by turning them over to me in a town in which you don't have the power?
No,
I mean,
not
that's
exactly.
pretty much what you just said.
I have them protected in the eventuality that could go wrong in negotiations.
But the right negotiations is you offer their souls to me for a new dominion on this plane. So how trustworthy are you in the first place? And I should know. I'm a demon.
Steve clears his throat and he steps forward and he's like, "What do you want for that deck?"
And he says, oh, probably nothing you could offer.
But what?
Elemental, he says to you.
I am a normal human.
And he says, so am I.
I see it. But, like, what do you want?
He says, well, mostly I wanted this deck. That's why I sold several of my... What do I need to explain it to you? I wanted the deck. I got the deck. Now I'm here. I could
Why
just
are
leave.
you here?
Because some force summoned me here.
But you were,
That
like,
would be
holding-
another deck. Like this deck right here, and I hold out the other deck.
When you go to pick up that deck, there is no deck. Because that deck magically appeared to let you draw cards and then dissipated. Because it's the magic
Well,
of some other life. Perhaps an extra life.
See what you did there.
And he looks at the deck and he says, this isn't worth my time. And he will disappear from you in an explosion of fire. So I will need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Quick question. When you multi-class, do you get the saving throws of the other class that you take or no?
No, you do not.
Okay, just checking.
Was it a dex saving throw?
Yes. Well, except for comatose Donny.
Oh, okay.
He's a comatose.
I asked if I needed to. I thought you said.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. So, dex saving throws all around for Steve, Scarlett, and then one more for Pip.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Alright.
damn.
So, Pip, you survive easily, and you have evasion, right? Because you're a high-level rogue.
Exactly 0 damage on a crit save.
Alright. So, Scarlett, you will fail.
Can I try Indomitable? It probably won't work, but never
You
know.
can... Yeah, of course. So you fail. Steve, you pass.
Yay.
He disappears in a fiery explosion, dealing 81 points of fire damage. Steve, you take 41 points. Scarlett, you take 81 points.
Scarlett's like, this is the worst after party I've ever been to in my whole life.
And most of Donnie's body is singed. He is now hairless. I don't know if he had any hair before. He has none now.
Hair is a danger. Get caught and stuff.
Is this the kill paladin or is that? Yeah, this is the paladin.
This is the paladin on the ground is hairless now, who is he is unconscious. His soul is trapped in another plane and potentially
Important question.
yes,
Did my mustache burn off?
yes, it did in this fiery
Yeah.
explosion.
I definitely did bork this. This is gonna be fun.
I'm hideous!
Say it. No, you're not. No, you're not. Trust me. Say it with me. I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm
Yes.
ugly and I'm proud.
Wait, is my hair burnt off too?
Ooh.
My style!
After you just finished all that character art.
I know.
I will say, because you failed, there's a 50% chance that you lose your hair. You have the option of whether you want the high percent or the low percent.
Hi.
Okay.
Damn.
51 to 100, your hair remains.
Wait, does my armadillo have to do this deck save too?
Oh, shit. Yes, it does.
Sure, that's a fail.
Yep. That'll do it. Armadillo is incinerated.
Is it? Dead, yes.
But it's a fine steed, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's
Alright, Scarlett, what do we got?
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to do that.
Yep. You wanted 51 to 100. Scarlett, all your hair burns away.
I hate you guys so much.
It wasn't my fault. It was this weirdo's fault.
You hate Benza.
Well, it wasn't my fault. It was obviously that demon's fault.
You know, I need a drink and
Nice.
some healing.
Can I lay a hand on Scarlett and see if greater restoration will restore her hair?
Yep, you can try, because you know all these things about normal humans and how healing works for them.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just grows back or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Cast Greater Restoration.
Done.
You are 100% sober now. Like, the least little bit of lingering alcohol is gone.
No,
You're,
You're still hairless.
you're still hairless.
this is the opposite of what I wanted.
You have none of your hair back and all of your sobriety.
I walk away from the group into
Okay.
the town. I'm gone.
Scarlett just walks away. And Donnie's
Wish
body
I
is
could.
still trapped in his soul. If only we had had a different way to get there. Like, the first few ideas for the wishes. Asking for the fate card, asking to be wished to where he was. Instead, Donnie is hanging out.
He flew
I have a
too close to
question.
the sun.
Yes.
Can I get a wish even if my soul is trapped somewhere else?
You mean, like, if you donate for a wish card?
Yes.
If you donate for a wish card, I will give you that wish.
Okay.
Hell, if you donate for a wish card, I'll put your soul back in your body because you're spending like $150 or whatever I said, 200, whatever it is, to have it happen. I will let it happen for the kids.
I'll think about it.
That's an option.
Think it.
I'll let everybody else think about that as well. Let the chat hang out and think about it.
Yeah, 125 for a wish.
Okay, yeah, I upped it from last year because it was much lower, and I was like, man, everybody's getting all this shit for too cheap.
Yeah. We wished way too much.
Yeah, there were way too many
what if-
wishes last
what
year.
If chat, so what if chat like collectively donates it?
No, I'm gonna say it's gotta be all in one. That's the deal. That's the magic of this
Okay.
extra life thing. I like where you're at. I mean, you want to get like super technical, people can start sending. Actually, like your dragon from last year was a deck of many things. Kit rolled 2 wishes on the deck of many things wish
Keep
card.
pouring this wine.
All right.
I'm gonna pick up the body and follow after Scarlett, I guess.
All right. So you have fireman carrying this singed body of a paladin with lots of shields, who is basically a comatose vegetable.
Stop following me!
I will just follow the.
But I don't know what else to do.
I'm not your mom. Back off.
You're not
Look,
my real
I think
dad.
if you get a couple, you'll be okay. You just need to chill out.
By the way, this is the
Some drinks
worst
might help.
first meeting of any characters that has ever happened.
Yes, nobody would ever want to travel with any of these parties. Or anybody. It's been nothing but so basically someone blew up, burnt all your hair off, and then somebody else made you feel about it more by curing your remaining drunkenness, and the other one disappeared. Also, again, Benzyme, you beautiful, beautiful destroyer of worlds. You did this, and I feel like this is what you wanted. And it happened. So, you guys... Yes.
I was gonna say, could I find a distillery in this abandoned town?
You can certainly attempt to, if there is one.
That's what I'm asking, basically.
All right, so you can you can make an investigation check as you spend, we'll say probably an hour, because there's 12 different houses, and there's distance between them, surveying this entire village, assuming you don't go up to the Ivy Mansion on the hill.
But also,
I'm assuming the mansion is in fact not a distillery.
Correct. So what were you saying, Laura?
Oh, I'm gonna chase after Scarlett and try to catch her again.
Yes.
And cast regenerate on her and see if that makes her hair grow back.
Yes.
I hope we don't have to do anything important today.
You blow your 7th level spell slot to cast regenerate, and yes,
I need friends.
Scarlett, your hair grows back.
Thank you.
It is the weirdest sensation ever. You have no hair, and you feel it all grow from nothing to full length immediately. So
He's
it
just
feels...
screaming.
Yeah. Ah, it's like worms growing out of your head. Just like... Actually, you know what it's like? And this is gonna get gross, but I don't care. You know that feeling when you, like, pop a zit and stuff comes out of it? It's like that, but your entire head and the full length of your hair.
Scarlett's crying for the first time in like 10 years.
Everything's better now, right? Those are happy. This is how humans show happiness, right?
Who are you?
Oh, man.
She's just on the ground like, what is that? This is the worst 5 minutes of my whole life. Okay.
Oh my god, I could have done something else.
You could have done a lot of things, but you didn't. So, you're still canvassing the town for a distillery, because it's going to take a while. So while Scarlett is... Are you just walking away in a direction, Scarlett? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm just like trying to get away from these fucking freaks.
And then you're following behind, which I imagine is sort of like an Igor motion, is this stone gargoyle. And it's Igor because he's fireman carrying somebody else, so he's just like, yes, I will heal your hair and get your hair to come back. And you feel how disgusting that is. And then you just keep walking away.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, what is your name? Person, thing.
I'm Steve. Can I have some of your hair, please?
Oh, hang on. We just got another donation that says "fuck Benzyme," and it's from Homer donating for a wish for himself. All right, so you have a wish now. What would you like to do?
To fuck Benzyme.
Somewhere, Morthos feels really uncomfortable.
How do I word my wish to be able to play my character again?
I don't know. You tell me. Don't ask for a deck of not bad cards.
Yes.
Wish that your soul is returned to your
Wish to
body.
be able to draw the card that lets me undo the last card I've drawn.
I'll allow
Isn't
it. That'd work.
That's good.
Yeah. So you draw...
Question though, since he's a soul, could he actually draw it?
Yes, because this is a magic of a
Wait,
wish spell.
I have a question.
Sure.
Did Benzyme's character ever draw a wish card or a Deck of Many Things card that was beneficial to him?
He did. He drew a card that gave him 50,000 gold pieces worth of gold.
Can I wish that we swap cards, that I got his card and he got my card instead?
Oh, damn.
Savage.
Let me check the wording of the card. Oh, shit.
I would like to save myself and screw over Benzyme in the same card if possible.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Yo, what a legend this campaign. That's $10. Like, best 10 minutes.
Genzyme's not even mad. He's like, good for you.
Well played, sir. He's slow.
If you draw the Fates card, reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. Which I'm going to extrapolate and say, sure.
That I could just undo my card but not swap his card?
I don't know. I feel like... here's the thing.
It breaks a lot of things.
No. I'm okay with it, but my holdup is Donny doesn't know Morthos.
Fair enough. That's true.
I would allow it, but you don't know the character, and like there's a degree of meta happening here. But like the character couldn't wish to switch out a card that he doesn't know that somebody else drew because he doesn't know him. Yet, it may change later. So you are able to have the Fates card to undo your wish to return yourself to your body. But it returns you to your body as it is now, down 81 hit points.
That's fine.
And singed.
I'm okay with that.
You wake up in the arms.
You wake up on the back of a creepy-ass stone. Yes, let me heal you. Chasing down Scarlett.
Yeah. Well.
And you see a woman going...
Yeah. At this point, we'll say, you know what? Because it's even worse. We'll say that now, after like the 5 minutes of all this happening, your hair has stopped growing. Because it wasn't all at once. It was a slow process.
So it was going on as I was like, who even are you? I felt a zit popping all over my head.
But the thing is, it's like a long-going stream of just the hair keep going. So, like, because it starts, and then they just go to the length of the hair till it hits how long Scarlett's hair is.
What if the spell just never stopped and your hair just kept growing?
Oh my god,
you into Rapunzel!
You Rapunzel... But it's like a zit-popping Rapunzel forever.
So let me just say, okay, so I meet all these people, see this demon thing, the demon fucks us up real bad, real fast, and then I'm trying to get away from this... I see this gargoyle, and I try to get away from him, he's chasing me. He makes me sober again, then grows my hair back in a disgusting way, then asks me for some of my hair.
Yes.
Also, Scarlett, you do get 10 HP per minute as part of the... So you just got 10 HP back as
You
part
also
of
get 28.
Oh, 28 plus this 10 for the 10 minutes that this was happening. So you have 38 extra HP back of the 81 you lost.
Is that just her or all of them?
That's just her for the regenerate spell.
Okay.
Because it's 48 plus 15 plus 10 HP per minute for an hour.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, so if I give you my hair, you leave me alone?
Yes.
I would like to insight check him.
Go ahead.
3.
Are you lying? I mean, you can, if this is a lie, you can make a deception check, which I imagine is probably not great either. Or it is. Yep, you believe. Give him some hair.
Great, I give him some hair.
Steve, you have some hair.
I take out some glue and I paste it back onto my face. Make myself another mustache.
So I will say you can use your stick-on mustache that you've got, but because this is a long strand of hair, it's more like a Fu Manchu.
Perfect.
That's what
So-
you wanted anyway.
So this is basically, and it's not just like a regular old Fu Manchu. It's like the ancient martial arts master that like comes down and goes down past your chin. You know.
Yeah,
So
you gotta do the Kill Bill thing. Where
Yes.
You like
it's just like that. It is exactly like that. There you go.
Okay. Nice meeting you. Goodbye.
Bobby.
And then Donnie, you are set back down on your feet, I assume, if you come back to life in the arms of this gargoyle.
I don't feel so good, so I think I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay. Yeah, you're down 81 hit points, so.
Do I feel him like wake up in my arms?
I would say if he's moving around to go to heal himself, then I would say yes.
Currently, I'm just laying limp in your arms until I figure out what to do.
Well, I'm going to a tavern.
Okay, so I will explain some things. Well, you're doing that. So what was going on with the heals?
I was looking at my abilities to see what else I had.
Well, I know
think I just have to
your
do-
lay on hands will be 5 times your level
Yeah.
in HP.
I guess I'll just do that.
Okay. How much? Well, you heal yourself up however much you want.
Would I have found the tavern or a distillery yet?
I'm gonna say no, not at the moment, because I said that was gonna take about an hour of searching, and this whole exchange has been like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you're still scampering about checking, and I'm gonna say in this time period, you're not just like popping in, like peering your head in. You're actually going in and like rifling through and truly investigating all of these houses to like get a good lay of what's in each house as you move on to the next
Oh,
one.
good.
So yeah, you're
What do I
not.
find?
I will tell you when we figure out what is going on with the healing here, just to figure out, because you woke up, you heal yourself. Steve, you feel him move, at least to touch himself to heal, lay on hands.
Yeah, I just like used my lay on hands to like, I maxed out my lay on hands to heal myself.
All right.
I will take him off my shoulder, see that he's awake, and be like, "Friend!" and like hug him real tight. And then
I'll
him
put
down
my
again.
shields up.
Shields up, sure.
When he tries to hug me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hugging's dangerous!
Yeah, you witnessed this, Steve. You go to hug him, and he puts his shields up and says, "Hugging is dangerous."
I put him down and I say, "Oh, sorry."
Say it's okay. But now you know hugging's dangerous.
You have
And I'll
enlightened me,
I'll
sir.
pat Steve on the shoulder. We can still be friends though.
Thank you.
All right.
Say,
Does
my
he
name's
still-
Donny.
Do you still look slightly hurt?
Barely.
I will
me see,
healing word you.
Okay, go ahead and roll your healing word. So, you heal him up for an extra 8. And you guys, and while this exchange has been going on, Scarlett has been getting further and further away. Scarlett, search as you might, the town of Longsaddle is just a dead wasteland. There is nobody around, except for the people you've already encountered. And you eventually make your way into one of these buildings, and you find what seems to be potentially a rundown remains of a tavern. And I will need you to make me a perception check, please. Fuck. You find amongst several shattered, broken tables, broken bars, broken stools, shattered glass jars, shattered like mugs and flagons and things. You find one remaining quarter full bottle of whiskey, and that's it.
I take a swig out of it, and since no one's in the place, I just lay on the bar and think about what's happened in the past 10 minutes.
All right, you do that. While this is all, you guys, Donny and Steve, I'm going to say you're going to keep walking, assuming you're following her footsteps. While that is all going on, Pip, as you are searching through these houses, you see that the majority of the houses have been abandoned. You don't really find much in the way of anything particularly useful, because it seems like these are mostly, as you look around, they seem to be mostly like townsfolk. Nothing. They're not like crazy adventurers or people that have a ton of money or anything. But you do find. Let me see where it is. It's somewhere in this document on my phone. Well, here, roll me a d30 first. So, right, /roll d30 for me, please.
Do I find flinty bees?
No, you don't find flinty bees, but you do smell contaminated vulture vomit, a thing that you're familiar with enough to know what it is. As I rolled a d30 on the evocative smells table, that is what you find. Let's see. You also come across... Roll me another d30, please. Homer, for the free-for-all... Oh, you did it already. For the free-for-all amount, you have to put FFA in the space and then a number amount.
That's the amount?
I think, right? Or no. No, you don't have to. It auto-enters. You're right. Actually, Hypertroller, roll me again, because we already have that one already.
Oh, we did?
We gave that one out already, so go ahead and roll me another d30. If you please.
Evocative smells, let's do this.
Believe it or not, we actually have rolled the 24 as well. Give me another d30 roll.
Can I just find more of the evocative smell?
You could. Okay. I've dealt with this one in the past, but I'm going to make it different. You find a ring. Small iron ring, or copper ring, that has corroded a little bit, so that it has a greenish tinge to it, as if oxidized copper. You have, and you see on one side, it has a sideways 8, the infinity symbol. The other side has a picture of what looks like maybe like a little lizard.
That's weird for a ring.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take out like my thieves' tools, and I'm gonna assume I have an oilcloth in there to keep my tools fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to clean it up.
Okay, you do. It shine. You take a few minutes shining it, but you shine it back to its bright copper color. The original. You basically get rid of all the patina. If this was an antique, you just screwed the value. But you shine it back up to shiny copper.
Okay.
You do find that.
You know what? I like fancy things.
Mm-hmm.
That infinity symbol's quite nice, so I'll put it on my hand.
Okay. It is on your finger. As you travel further around, looking through all these additional houses, you find... let's see. Roll me another d30. These are fun. This is how I get my enjoyment as we start to get lower and lower in the hour count. 30, you find a watermelon. Yep.
Okay.
You find a full-size, ripe watermelon.
You know
Is
that
it
watermelons
one
are
of
berries?
the square watermelons?
Say again?
Is it one of the square watermelons?
Sure. It's a
Great.
square watermelon, yep. So you then continue searching through the houses. You eventually find the one house with the work shed door open it's been completely wrecked and destroyed in here. You see on the wall there is an outline that looked like that device that you had seen in the street wielded by the metal skeleton. And you see that it leads to a staircase heading down. And
I'll go in there.
you're going in alone. Just asking.
I'll go in and I'll be sneaky.
I know what that means in DM terms.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please.
Baseline 25, just putting it out there.
Okay. That's fine. You're a high enough rogue, so you have reliable talent, so...
I find it funny that was a nat 1.
Yep. And it still turns out to be a 25. So you continue down these stairs a ways through. And I need you... Let's see. Okay, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. This is a long tunnel hallway that you are heading down. You jump over a false step as a pit trap opens up beneath you. And you...
Somebody trapped.
It's a trap that is a chute that goes the opposite direction. You continue further down to the base of the staircase. You are now 120 feet underground.
Do I need to refill?
Nope, you're fine. You're 120 feet underground.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll
Katie.
keep going.
You get to the bottom and you see an acid melted step, which you are able to avoid as it seems like the acid is mostly dried up. And then you come out into a large room that leads to a hallway that curves around to the left. And the hallway continues onward.
I want to do the little, like... So it's all dark, correct?
It is
Really
all dark. Correct.
Okay. Question. Could
Yep.
I do that thing where I look in the like mirrored facet of my sword and look around the corner with dark vision, or no?
Sure. It is just when you look
Okay,
when you do that,
like-
it just looks like a long hallway.
I don't see anything. I'll peek my head or check.
You don't see anything down that hallway.
And is there only one hallway to the left, right?
Yeah, there's just the one hallway continuing off of this.
Okay, I'll mark my spot here just in case, and then I'll go down the hallway.
Okay. Alright, so you make your way down this hallway. At which point I'm going to need you to make me another dexterity saving throw.
Another dex save?
Yes, please. Alright, you manage to dodge out of the way of two wall scything blades that are basically like razor blades that come out at about your waist height and about your head height, and you're able to dodge forward out of the way of those.
Question: will my passive perception be picking up these traps beforehand?
Let's see. What did we
It's
say?
21.
Let's see. What did we say last time? No, not this particular one, because they are not noticeable they recede into the walls.
Okay.
And they are not
Okay.
noticeable. Then ahead of you, you see with your passive perception, you do see a glyph on the wall to the left.
See a glyph how far ahead of me?
10 feet on the wall on the left.
I'll reach into my. And how far behind me are the wall blades?
5 feet.
Okay, I'll pick up my burglar's pack, some ball bearing, and 10 feet of rope, and giant ball, and I'll try to throw it past the
glyph.
See if it.
You throw it past the glyph on the rope, and it does not trigger.
I will try to crouch under the glyph and keep going.
Okay, as you get to the glyph, it activates swinging pendulum blades that come out towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Goddamn traps. I love them, but they're gonna hurt me.
Only the penitent man shall pass.
Yes. That was the previous one. These ones are just regular pendulum blades. You dive out of the way of those blades as well. So you come around the corner, and in front of you...
I'll pick up my ball. I'll pick up my ball of my weight ball I made.
Sure. You come around the corner now into an area that is lit up with orange light. It is a 100-foot-long chasm where the floor is made of lava, and there are several posts that are about the size of you standing still, like about 1 foot diameter posts, about every 10 to 15 feet. And you can smell in the air the smell of cooking butter.
Cooking butter. Are the posts in the lava, or are they before the lava?
They are in the lava. Basically, it's a 100-foot expanse of lava, and there are posts set like every so many feet, so that one would have to jump out to get to them, and jump from one to the next.
Okay.
And upon looking at the posts, they are slicked with some sort of liquid that you would not be able to grab the side of the posts were you to slip and fall. You would slide down into the lava.
Okay. So is there a post on my side before the lava?
No. They are all... Basically, the floor continues and then drops down 20 feet into lava, and then out about 15 feet out is the first post.
Okay.
And they are not in a line. They are all over the place. So it wouldn't just be like so many jumps to get across. You'd have to jump basically kind of going on an angle across. So it's probably like, I don't know. It would be something along the lines of like 15 to 20 jumps.
Okay. I have my weight ball. How heavy would you say it is?
The weight, the ball bearing?
Yeah, my big weight ball I made.
I don't know, maybe 2 pounds.
Damn, I'm gonna need something heavy. Give me a second. I'm gonna check what's in the burglar's pack because I have an idea for this.
Sure.
It's gonna be tricky, so you can go to the other guys, I guess, while I look this up.
Okay. So at this point, Donny and Steve, you are traveling across. Are you traveling through, and are you just basically following the footprints of Scarlett?
Yes.
Okay. Make me a survival check.
Can we both do it, since I assume we're walking together?
Yep, absolutely.
Not that I have a bonus to it, but... Why didn't that work? Oh, it did work.
Yeah, she wasn't exactly trying to hide her frustration as she walked through here. So you guys are able to find the bar, the tavern, which is not much of a tavern at all at this point, that she is hiding in.
I'm not hiding. I'm laying on the
And by hiding I mean laying on top of the bar.
Just planking.
Yeah.
One could say that, I guess. Yes.
Oh. Hey. Sorry, I wasn't so chill before, but you know, every now and then, a bro gets turned. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No.
I am a normal human. I know what turnt is. It's that thing.
The past tense of turning.
Yes. Can we hug it out now?
What did I tell you about
No.
hugging?
Oh, sorry.
don't touch
Hugs are
me.
dangerous. Can we gently on the lips?
Fist bumps are okay.
No, man. That's fucked up.
Kissing spreads disease is also bad.
Hey, weren't you like dead before? Guy with the shields?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh. Well, I like your armor.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Keeps me safe.
mine too. Click in front of mine.
I
Dwarven
have
plate
armor
twinsies.
too.
Listen,
What is a dwarven plate?
It's just regular mithril plate.
no, nice try, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, like, B+ for effort. So, how'd you guys get here? Who are you all? What's your names?
Sorry, what? Laughing at my own joke.
I'm laughing at it too, so it's okay.
What did you ask, Laura?
I asked you what your names were and
thought
how you
Laura
guys
asked.
got here.
Oh, you weren't here when we introduced ourselves. I'm Donny. Steve.
I'm Steve.
Cool,
I
cool.
live up on that rooftop for a little while. Now I'm down here with you guys, and we're friends.
Sure
Yeah,
are.
that's not how friendship works, but alright, buddy. Why not? You brought my hair back, and that was a horribly unpleasant experience, but I look great, so sure, we're
Yes,
friends.
it is very turnt.
She just laughs. And she's
Fist
like,
bump, and he like punches outward.
she jumps back. Whoa! I like your enthusiasm. Maybe like you're at 10, bring it down to like a 5.
He like squats down.
This is really awkward for everybody watching. You're just
I
like,
know.
he's just like, eh.
I don't even, to be honest, out of character, like after all the shit, I don't even remember why we're here. Like, what are we doing right now?
Somewhere, some
We're
plane
doing
of
it.
existence, Rurik is so angry.
He's so what? You broke
Oh,
up.
angry. Angry is the word I was going for.
I don't think any of us actually knows like our purpose towards the greater goal right now, because none of us were in the previous things when it all started to unravel, were we?
I have
Here.
no goals
I
other
know,
than
but I
making
was headed to the
friends.
Yeah, Katie,
Question
you,
is, does it matter?
Katie, you know because you were there. You were summoned by Rurik at the start to go to Longsaddle to find out about the rumors about the return of the Gordic cult.
Oh, okay.
That was why you were brought along, but you didn't make it all the way there.
Okay. So
So
Steve,
you and Pip also was hired to do that as well.
Oh, I was hired. I'm getting money.
You were, I guess it was not hired. It was more of a friendly bequeathdom.
That's a horrible word, bequeath. Um, So, Steve, you've lived here for a while. What have you heard about this gourd shit going down? Any gourd knowledge?
So, Steve, we never really established how long you've been here. How
Been
long?
in the town, or
Yeah, chilling on this roof.
probably a while. I assume he was probably like just sitting up there, waiting for a chance to make friends.
Just
But
been there the
everybody seemed-
whole campaign.
Yep, everybody seems so busy that he was just like, well, I can't bother them, and I can't bother them, and I'll just stay up here a bit longer, I guess. And then he did his
find it-
gargoyle thing for a while.
I find it strange that you have been in a town that has nobody in it. You're like, oh, those people are too busy. I'll just.
So there haven't been people here in this town, like out and about in the majority of the main part of town for about a year.
Oh, okay, then no, he probably just got there.
All right.
So nothing.
He hasn't really seen. No, he saw basically everything that happened so far today.
Okay.
Which he will explain to you in great detail if you ask him about it.
Oh, I'm okay. I guess let's go and start investigating for gourd shit. I'm not really usually the brains of the operation.
What's a gourd?
Oh man.
I take another swig of the booze.
There's not much left.
Ugh. Alright. I don't know. Let's just follow me. And I'm gonna leave and start looking for any things that would raise any alerts to me. For what
The
I'm
biggest
looking for.
alert that you've seen is probably the only sign of life in this town has been the glowing orange light coming from the windows up at the Ivy Mansion. Up on the hill.
I'm going there.
Okay. So I guess the three of you head that way. There is a wrought iron gate there to head up the hill to the mansion.
Is it closed?
It is closed.
Can I open it?
Sure. You push open the gate.
Yeah. For my friends.
You witness this, as Steve specifically states that you just open. He just opens the gate.
Thanks, bro. Walk through.
You are welcome, brother.
No, it's bro. Like, even better if it's bro or brah.
Brah!
Can you say that?
Brah!
Perfect.
No, Steve hates birds.
I fucking hate birds. None of you better be birds.
I feel like that might be stated out loud.
Just randomly, suddenly. I fucking hate birds! Oh, calm down, Steve.
Can I go back to the other party I was with?
You
No.
can if you
Oh.
wish.
So what, you just leaves for the rest of the session?
Alright, let's go forward then.
Okay. You guys head up. It's eerie. Oh, I don't have any music on because I'm silly.
Can I
You're
look
so silly.
Can I look at my sword as we wander through the town?
Yes,
Just looking.
you can do that. Let's see here.
I kind of forgot about it and all the hubbub.
Hubbub. Hub.
Let's put on some music. Yeah. When are you seeing if it's magic or what's the deal?
Yeah.
Like casting detect magic or?
You know, I don't know if I have that.
Oh, that's silly. I mean, that's fine.
I don't have a detect magic.
You can make an Arcana check if you want. Yeah, it's magic. For sure. What kind
Can
of
I, like-
magic you don't know at the moment, but
Yeah, can I try to figure it out?
unfortunately, the only way to do that is to take a short rest with it, basically.
Oh, okay.
Unless you
Gotcha.
have the identify spell, or somebody in the party has the identify spell.
No. So I'm gonna put it in between my like back and my where my armor meets because I don't have like a sheath for it.
It looks sort of like that.
Ooh.
There you go. So,
Not as good as my shovel, probably.
probably, definitely not. You guys continue up towards. It's creepy. It's eerie. And the orange glow from the lights of the mansion shine down on everyone. And you have made it to the front door. There's massive double front doors of the Ivy Mansion.
I open them.
Oh, okay. You guys walk up to this house, and Steve just goes and opens the front door.
Steve doesn't know any better, I'm sure.
No, I know. I'm just making it known that
I say, can I like stop Steve and say, wait, you have to knock first.
you can.
Do
Oh.
that.
I stop and I knock really loudly.
You knock so hard with your stone fist that you push the door open anyway.
Like that?
Sort of. You weren't supposed to open the door by knocking.
Oh. Sorry, brah!
Not safe.
That was a good job.
It doesn't seem right coming from Steve. The way Steve says "brah," it just feels wrong.
I wholeheartedly agree.
So, hide these. So, yeah, the door creaks. Oh, well, like smashes open. As Steve knocks the door open.
After you, friends.
Wait, why are we here again?
I don't know.
We're following the Gordic Trail. I go ahead and I walk in.
There's a slight slur to the voice of Scarlett, having relatively quickly downed Scarlett is typically a beer drinker due to all the kegger and parties that she's at. So this is about a fourth of a bottle of whiskey. So it's a different kind of buzz. A good buzz, especially after dealing with pimple hair. But still slightly different. So there's it's like a minimal slur, and there's like a slight like swagger to how you walk, to the point where like you think that you look even cooler when you walk because of this natural swagger you have. Whether that's actually true, I mean, Steve thinks you look awesome.
Yeah, Steve is trying to imitate it. His like wings are flapping.
You see all this, Donny. I don't know how you feel about it, but you witnessed this whole walking into the place with the weird swag going on.
Doesn't look safe, I tell you that much.
You are
Firmly walk with your feet planted on the ground when you walk.
yes.
Stop dragging your feet. Let's go.
Not dragging, you have to
Steve
pick them up when you walk.
Steve still swags, but makes a effort to step
Firmly
firmly
grasp
every single time.
Yes, you make your way into the mansion, and it is quiet where you are. It is dark in this room. And Steve, do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Okay, so you're the only one who can see.
And Donnie says, I don't know about this, guys. A la Morty from Rick and Morty.
This is not such a good idea.
Doesn't seem like a good idea, guys. Whose house is this anyway?
You guys don't know whose house it is.
I don't know.
But this was the only sign of life, was the glowing orange in some of the windows in the house.
Does anyone have a torch? I've got a tinder box.
I assume I would have a torch. Why not?
Yeah, everybody would have. I mean, you, unless
I
you
have a
don't have
shovel.
torches, because torches are dangerous.
They are. I probably have some sort of non-flammable light, like a well, I mean a lantern's still flammable, but at least it's contained. It's got a protective shield around it.
Does anyone have light?
I'm saying, like a lantern.
If you say that while you're thinking about this, Steve, your weird sword that you just got starts to shed bright light in the 10-foot radius from it.
Oh. Apparently I do.
Wow, thanks, Steve. You're a real brah.
Thing needs
Thanks,
like a
brah.
sheath. Thing needs like a sheath or something that with sharp edge.
It looks extremely, supernaturally sharp.
Yeah.
Shall
on
I
this blade.
dull it for you?
Don't do that. As he says this, I pull out my Warple longsword. I have it at the ready.
Okay. So, you
Man,
guys-
I've always got my shields out.
yes, you always do. As you guys are walking through, you make your way into the next room. And as that happens, we're going to cut back to below in this situation here, where Pip is hacking away at a chunk of the wall with a pickaxe to attempt to set a piton in the wall with against this worked stone here. So you've been hacking away for probably about 15 minutes, we'll say, because the way the time is worked out. And you are decently strong, magically enhanced due to certain magic items, but you...
Great way to cover stat deficiencies.
Yeah, so you... Unfortunately, after this time, you have made, like, a tiny hole, but not enough to actually set it in. As,
Really?
Yep. This stone seems to be as if, with all of the weirdly magical traps that you've encountered thus far, as well as the weird nature of this place, it seems like there may potentially be an enchantment on these stones.
Enchantment?
Yeah. This is gonna take a while. So my intent here is to full on mountain climber this, set some pitons in the wall, and then like where it's not lava, and then work my way around and like swing out the other ones, and then like chop into the wall and do them back.
Okay, I get what you're... I mean, at the amount of time it's taking to set this first one, it's definitely gonna take a while, and climbing is all athletics checks.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think. Well, no, because I'm the way I'm seeing it is I'm like I have like I am gonna build myself the rappelling suit, so I'm not like climbing. I'm like just digging. I'm like hanging from the rope,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to chop another hole in the wall, and then thread the rope in, tie it off, do the same thing, and then undo the other rope.
Right, but what I'm saying
And,
is
like,
that
so you're
works
gonna put it-
for where you're at now, but it's taken you 15 minutes
Oh.
to almost set one. And when you loop
Damn,
yourself
so this-
through,
yeah.
you're gonna be, and now you've got the momentum of yourself swinging. So it's gonna be hard to set yourself in here. Almost again as
Man.
if this trap was designed for ones with other means of transportation or those risking enough to jump across.
Everything seems covered in butter.
Yes.
Do I see anything at the other end of the room?
A hallway that goes up.
It goes up?
Well, like it's like there's a staircase. It's a 50 feet wide, 100 feet across. This lava pit. And there's a staircase that goes further upward with worked stone steps.
Are the stairs also stone?
Yes, everything in this is stone. Carefully crafted,
Damn.
it seems.
Because I'm trying to think if I can like shoot an arrow into anything.
if it's taken this long to craft, to try to knock a thing designed for stonework, it seems like you probably don't think an arrow will stick into it.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking if there was any wood on the other side or something.
Unfortunately.
This is. Ooh, how should I just go back, or can I finagle my way across?
One of the two. It is athletics checks for the jumps, and the nature of these buttered, these buttered shafts, if you will, sticking up out of the lava is that they are designed so that if you fall, you will not be able to pull yourself back up. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm trying to think if like I can do anything with my rope to like wrap it around something, like the buttered shafts.
You don't think you'd be able to like Mulan this with the butter would soak through the rope. So.
Damn. Athletics to jump, and then if I miss, it'd probably be dex saves, right?
You mean to grab on if you fall?
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, it's athletics jumps to make the jumps, and then it is because it's to try to grab on when you're falling is a strength check to try to grab, because you're trying to hold yourself on. It's a dex check to maintain balance when you land. You know, because if you jump and you land, then you gotta. Because it's only like like that big around, just big enough for someone to put foot side by side, so that like, and you can see you get the feeling that this is carefully crafted, that only folks with a specific set of skill sets would be able to make this jump, or find another means of potentially magical travel, like flight or otherwise.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is quite a nice trap. And you said I had like a natural 20 roll or something, or I had 2 of something.
You had 2. Let's see. You had 2 rerolls of natural ones.
2 rerolls of natural ones.
So if you roll a natural 1, you can re-roll it. So yeah, you have that. Also, hello to Dwarfdan. I always say Jordan. It's Jordan. Yes, I'm aware of that. The PH is silent. Jordan, hello. I see you in the chat there. I've got everybody's come out today. It's been a great day.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a big weight. And put it on the side where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Tie rope to the weight and to me, and give it like slackline. Like enough. It's gonna be like enough weight that it'll hold me, and enough rope where I can have rope to still jump across without being like anchored by the thing.
Okay, well, you have rope, right?
Yes, I have 50 feet of hempen rope and 10 feet of string.
Right, and it's 100 feet across.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware. So you'd make it halfway, and you'd have to potentially pull your rope back to you, which would, with a heavy enough weight, if you had one heavy enough to hold you down, would fall into the lava and start burning.
Damn, this is such a... Was there anything on the way in that I thought would help?
No, unfortunately. And it also seems like the work shed where you came in was all but destroyed. There was broken electrical coils and all sorts of shit. Nothing that was usable, but it was all heavily destroyed. And again, the one trap was blocked off and broken.
Okay. Question. Is the lava like hot enough that it'd be a hot air current here?
No, not that hot. I mean, it's hot But there's not enough room for it to really generate a hot air current.
Damn, I can't hang on air currents.
No. And you don't feel like you could do that anyway.
I think you should jump.
I'm really thinking about it because like dex saves are insane, but not.
Right, but it's athletics checks for the jumps. And we said you've got at least 15 jumps.
Damn, I guess I'll I know which direction I've been heading, right?
Meaning what? Like
the directions and stuff that I've turned relative to above ground.
more or less, yeah. It's curved a little bit, but you can you have like a general idea of where you're at. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, this is one that's slightly too much for me at my present condition to handle, so I will leave and try to follow the path that I realize from this house, ground path.
Okay. So you head back.
And I'll take all my stuff.
As you're working your way back up and out, we'll jump back to everybody else. So, we return to Steve, Donny, and Scarlett heading into a dark room or heading into what was a dark room with bright light shed by Steve's recently acquired sword. So.
I move forward in the room.
Okay.
So long as I don't see anything stupid.
Define stupid.
Dangerous.
Got it. Different things. One could argue a lot of things encountered so far tonight were stupid. So, I just wanted to check. So, you guys are... you head into this room, and this is sort of an open... Almost looks like a classroom.
Okay.
With obviously there's the door you came in. There is like an upper balcony, possibly like an observation area, and then there is another door that leads back out. You see desks and chairs around, like you would see in a classroom, and you see like a chalkboard and stuff. Occasional
Is there
books.
anything written on the chalkboard?
Yes. Doesn't make a lot of sense to you, Scarlett, but it's a lot of things like you see a lot of stuff about transmutation. That seems to be magic stuff.
Nah, magic stuff.
Baby food, by the way.
I just look for the next door
Okay, you see it. It's across the room.
and just go over to open it.
Okay, what about the other two?
I just follow.
Okay. You continue through the room. Oh, I should have said there are pictures on the wall. Or on the chalkboard.
Pictures!
Yes.
Well, that changes everything. Continue following her.
I'll
But I
look,
look at pictures along the way.
You see on there is a picture of a wolf, a picture of a human, a picture of a human-wolf hybrid with an arrow going back and pointing at the kind of set, like with an arrow that comes around that's going to the two, seemingly like a cycle perhaps of the human plus wolf equals human-wolf hybrid going back and splitting out. You also see to the right a picture of a frog, a picture of a horse, and then a picture of a horse with the back end of a frog.
Frog horse, got it. I keep going.
A force.
One could say.
Or a horg.
I like Horg better.
Are the
I like
pictures
force.
removable?
No, they're on the chalkboard.
Okay. So
What
they're
a force
drawn on the
horde.
chalkboard.
What happened, Steve? What'd you say?
They're just drawn on the chalkboard then.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
You guys continue past the classroom. Into the next room, you see this room is basically this is a hallway with several rooms off of it. It's a long hallway that continues down. It's like a T-shaped hallway. Basically, it goes ahead and then hallways go left and right, and there are several rooms throughout down this hallway. Probably.
Are the doors closed?
They are closed.
I want to look in each one as we go past.
Okay, they don't have windows. The doors are just shut. You're gonna open each doors though?
Yeah.
Okay. So you open the first door. It seems to be an office of some type. Right, like there's a desk, a chair, things like that. Wow, that was a quick straw poll.
Welcome.
And then across from that
This is
is
boo.
across
Yes, I'm winning.
across from that is another basically office type. This one though has like a couch laid out in front of the desk. You continue down. I mean, there's like bookshelves and there's like trinkety stuff around the room and whatnot.
Anything that looks super interesting or no?
I mean, you as a totally a normal human person here, you can go ahead and roll me a percentile. Mm. 17. You find basically a... Oh, that doesn't make any sense, but this does. Hang on. 17. You find a chart of... It seems to be a map. Are you familiar with maps of the realms at all, Steve? Would you know what this is a map of?
Nope.
Alright, it's a map with a bunch of lines on it.
Ooh.
And they're kind of... The lines are sort of enchanted, and they glow sort of bluish.
I run out to my new friends and say, I found a glowy thing!
She says that to you, Donny and Scarlett.
Very loudly, apparently.
Yes, apparently, in this quiet house.
Cool. I look at it.
It seems to be a map of
Shouting
the...
is dangerous.
It seems to be a map of the realms, but there are these blue glowing lines portrayed on the maps running from and to various areas, connecting places. You're not sure what they are.
Do they have like a central point?
No, there doesn't appear to be any hub. They are just long distance lines connected to one another.
Where they look, like where the...
You see,
Dots
just
located
a closer look, you see one in Neverwinter, Waterdeep. You see one in Silvery Moon, Luskin, one here in Long Saddle. In, let's see, where else would there be ones? Baldur's Gate.
Are they lines leading to somewhere? Or are
They are all sort of like, they're like sort of connected, right? Like, they don't seem to lead to any one place. They're just like, there's like a central gluey blow point on each of these particular cities with lines connecting. But like, they all seem to connect to one another in a different way. There is one in the city of Zookville. There's one in Greenest. There's one in Candlekeep.
Okay.
I searched the room for a key to the map.
Make me an investigation check.
10.
You find a key. Like a physical
Cool.
key. And you're like,
Does it fit in the map?
try, you know what? Make me an Arcana check, Scarlett.
10.
Keys don't fit in paper, silly.
What was I thinking? I searched the room for anything that the key could fit into.
That's what she
Like
said.
a map.
Make me a perception check. Are you guys doing anything else while she's in that room?
Oh, I thought we were all together.
Well, she went back into the room where the map was from.
Look in the next room.
Okay, Steve moves on to the next room. Donnie, what about you?
I will stand there looking indecisive.
Gotcha. What is safest? Scarlett, with your 13, you find a drawer in the desk with a lock in it. You try to put the key in it. It doesn't open it, but you realize that you can just open the drawer.
I open the drawer.
I go into the room with Scarlett, by the way.
Okay. I see you rolled a percentile. So you find in here, as you're looking around, a scroll.
Actually, the percentile was just to determine which way I was walking.
Well, I'm going to tell you that you also find a scroll.
Okay.
I open the scroll and I read it.
Taking my scroll.
You see the scroll. He goes to grab it, and you go to look at it, and it's all written in an arcane language, so only a spellcaster can read it.
Fuck!
But
Can
that
you read
means
this?
that Donnie can read it. He's a spellcaster. This is a scroll of exile, and it seems to be. There's also like notes written on, like, as you unroll it. There's the scroll, and there's a piece of paper behind it, like
Okay.
with some notes. And you look through all the scroll down notes. It is to seal the fate of some. It doesn't. The name is smudged out, but to seal the fate of some criminal.
Oh, they cast this magic on him to put him somewhere?
It doesn't appear that it was cast yet. The scroll is still intact.
Right.
But yes, to potentially seal the fate of a criminal.
Criminals definitely aren't safe, so I'll hang on to it.
Okay. Scarlett, the drawer does open. Make me a percentile roll. It wasn't locked. Like, you went to put the key in it and you bumped it and you realized that, like, you pushed it in and it, like, clicked in and then slid out. There are 2 rings inside there. Side by side in a velvet case.
All right. Does anybody have identify?
Nope.
Nope.
One ring is orange, the other ring is blue.
Portal rings.
I bet the blue one opens the map.
I'll
They
put
have
up.
blue lines.
I'll put the blue ring on.
Okay, you put the blue ring on. It is on your finger. You feel as though there's a space otherworldly in front of you.
I feel. What'd you say? You broke up.
An otherworldly extraplanar space somehow in front of you.
Oh. I know what
In-
these do.
In front of
Put the
me.
other one on?
Okay, you put the other one on. You feel, well, you put the other one on, and you feel a weird connection to Scarlett all of a sudden.
Can I, like, put my hand out and try to, like, manifest anything? Maybe a portal?
As
Ah!
as the hand with the ring on, or your other hand?
Yes. Hand with the ring.
You put your hand out, and I'm saying, since you've more or less intuited what this is, what you have in this hand, you take it back because nothing really happens, and you basically put your other hand in front of that, and your hand appears in Scarlett's other hand with the blue ring.
Wait, what?
You have this hand because the portal is generated from this hand, right? And you put your hand in that seemingly your left hand in the other extra dimensional space, and it comes through into, like, and you're now holding hands with Scarlett's orange ring hand. Whatever you put in front of one, portal transfers to the other hand.
I pull his hand towards me.
You do, and your shoulder, you, like, lurch forward.
Pull back.
And you pull back.
No,
And
I pull like all the way. I'd go.
Are you
for
trying
it.
to pull him through a portal backwards like this?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Make me opposed strength checks. Poor freaking Donny.
Well,
Oh, shit. I can't believe you're doing this. This is a bad idea, but it's too late now.
well, everybody hates me apparently.
So you pull him backwards with an extra dimensional ring back through an extra dimensional portal space. At which point a gate opens. A 10-foot wide gate, and you are both being sucked into the astral plane.
Damn.
Such an idiot.
And because you're within 10 feet of this location, you are both pulled through this arcane gate, and the gate closes. It is one way and can't be reopened.
Where are we?
On
Are
the astral
the rings
plane.
still active?
What?
Are the rings still active?
No, they get sucked. Oh, yeah, they are on the astral plane with the two of you. You get sucked through into the astral plane. The rings still work there.
I punch Scarlett.
Do it again.
He walks back
I
in the
crit.
room.
All right, let me grab it. Let me grab a card here. You crit with your punch. Hang on.
He walks back in.
No,
the
I
room
hit her
and
with
is
my.
like,
Well, I guess
guys.
I did hit her with.
Yeah, that's fine. We can say it's with your shield. All right. So.
I mean, I just naturally always hit with my shield, I guess. Anyway.
Guys,
Yep.
where'd you go?
So it's a regular crit, as in it deals double damage. So go ahead and roll that.
With a D.
Yeah,
Well,
two.
I'm not proficient, so isn't it just 2 hit points technically?
I'm gonna. No, it's improvised weapons are always a D4. Even if you're not, it just wouldn't add your proficiency bonus to
so
the
just
attack.
straight
But it's 2d4. Well, it
Yeah.
still crits. So it's a 2d4. You can smite if you so choose.
Max damage.
8 damage. Do you choose?
Smite.
Are you smiting or just hitting?
no. I just. hit her.
However, Scarlett, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I knock your soul out of your body on the astral plane.
All right, you're fine. Nothing happens. You just get clocked up the head by the
Wait,
shield.
how much health do I have now? Because I've been regenerating 10 for an hour.
Maybe
It's
you
been
should've
about
taken
a half an hour or so, we'll say. So you
So
have
30
gained
more.
30 more. And you just lost 8.
Yeah.
Oh no, it would still add your strength mod because it is still so it's 2d8 plus whatever your strength mod is.
3.
So 11 points you take. As you are now sort of floating in a non-corporeal state upon the astral plane. Steve, you are utterly alone.
Just like before.
This is your life forever.
Also, Shalom whispered me 2 rings, 1 cup. Might be 2 rings, 1 portal.
It was a really cool item for like a half a second.
Yeah, I totally knew what they are once you said orange and blue. Like it clicked, and I was like, "Oh, there's some sort of portal."
Yeah,
And
it
then
basically,
Jackass here.
to a certain distance, the distance I think, I forgot to look, but it's 120 feet basically, and it makes like anything you can hold in your hand, you can transfer to the wearer of the other ring, like by just putting it through.
I gathered that.
Well, I get you. You gather. I'm just telling for the internet. Like,
I thought it was just part of his hand, and if he just stepped through, he would go all the way and teleport to where I am, basically.
no, I mean he was like 10 feet. He was like 5 feet from you in the room, but that's fine too. Basically, yeah, you could like it's an easy way to. Apparently, according to Shalom, put your dick in it. That's a thing you could do, I guess. I don't know, but I feel like there's probably way too much about that on the internet dealing with portals, so we're just gonna leave that alone.
We just keep doing it.
I just
until we
look
get
at him
back
after
home.
he punches me, and I just kind of like rub my cheek, and I'm like, "So how do we get back?"
I have a question.
Okay.
Can I create the portal and angle it so much that I could physically punch her through the portal? Like,
Yeah. Due to the assholeness of being pulled here, the physics of the astral realm allow you to astrally punch her in the face.
he crit it again.
right, so this will just do 2 plus your... are you punching with your shield, or what's the deal?
No, I figured my shield wouldn't fit through it, so I just said I regularly punch.
Oh, okay, yeah, right, and you're...
If the shield would go through, I'll probably do that too.
I'm sure. I'm going to say it does. So your crit actually does triple damage. So roll another d4. 10 points of damage, Scarlett, as the shield comes flying through and cracks you in the jaw.
I feel better now.
So am I back or what?
No, you just got hit in the face.
Oh, okay.
But
I used the portal to punch you.
yeah, he just punched you through the portal.
Oh,
Well, at least you're not on the astral plane alone.
Fair.
But you're with somebody who's really upset with you.
All I'd like to say
About it.
is Benzyme, no one is a worse enemy to the players than themselves. You wanted to screw him over, and it didn't.
This
You
is
didn't.
still better than
That
what
is
he
true.
did.
So I
Well,
will.
that's arguable. You could be trapped on the astral plane forever.
That's true, but at least you're alive and in control of your body. So we'll come back to you two trapped in the astral plane.
So, Ted, I have a question.
Yes, I scrolled past. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What did you say?
Yeah. So does the lava seem like it was imported lava, or is it magical lava?
I saw your 15 Arcana roll. I don't know if you would know the difference between the two in general, but it. What are you attempting to discern?
Because as a high elf, I have one wizard cantrip
Mm-hmm.
that I have neglected to actually choose.
Sure.
So I was trying to discern if this was natural or magical lava, because if it was natural lava, I could control flame and walk across.
I see what you're saying. Let me.
Or there are 2 other cantrip options that I could ask you about as well.
Well, see, here's the problem with that. You'd only be choosing that because you know of the lava at this point.
That's fair.
You know
I
what I mean? Like,
understand.
you probably wouldn't... I mean, if... I don't know what would have
Yeah.
made more sense for you during the regular, but you know what I mean?
True. Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
But if I recall, you had walked out and gone to try.
Because like I realized that after I started walking out, because there's 3 different things that could work. I could use gust, and up to your discretion. The first effect of gust is to push like a medium creature 5 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna see if I could use that to push myself 5 feet away, like over the lava. And since cantrips you can technically do infinitely, I was just gonna gust my way across.
It would work, but you would still fall after the 5-foot push. You know what I mean? Like, you'd push out, and you'd still fall. I thought, like I said, as I recall, you had headed out trying to find the same, like, the track towards where you went.
Yeah.
And this leads you sort of, just as your best estimate of where you were, it leads you up over the hill, past the like the gate towards the mansion, up the hill. Basically, is where it seems to have led you.
Okay, I guess I'll go in.
All right.
It seems like maybe the basement of this mansion has lava.
Yes.
Maybe that's what those orange lights.
Could be. You head a little bit further up, and you make your way into the mansion. And eventually, once you enter the mansion, you can hear a friends? Hello? A seemingly distraught voice
Hello?
as you start making your way towards this. It's not that far into the mansion before you eventually find a normal human Steve, the gargoyle, like looking in rooms by his self.
Oh,
What?
You cut out there.
oh. Hello again.
Do you know where everybody else went?
No, as I walk over.
Yeah, so you make your way over, and yeah, you don't see, as you look around too, just quickly surveying the room as you walk, you see absolutely no sign of the others as well.
Okay.
And basically you are, just to remind you everybody where you are, you're in a hallway. There are doors on opposite sides. They both seem to be offices. And Steve, you had checked the next room down, and that was just like a bedroom.
Yeah, there's no way for me to go back in that other room and try and figure out what happened, right?
I did find a lava pit that kind of, maybe they fell into a lava trap.
You look in that room. You say this, and you both look in the room where you know they went. Steve will show you where that is, and this room, it's just like basically plain and empty. You see that there is a the map got sucked through with you guys, by the way. Donny and Scarlett. So the map is with you on the astral plane. You basically just see like the drawer. Actually, the chairs and the furniture have all been moved into the center of the room. That's about it.
Okay, so I kind of like see that something happened. Probably
Yes.
some more magic bullshit.
Yes, it's definitely, when you came in here before, Steve, the furniture and everything seemed to be, and what you could only assume to be, a normal human configuration. But looking in it now, they're all grouped together in the center of the room, and that was not the way it was when you walked out.
Can I, like, discern what happened, or no?
Make me an Arcana check, I guess. I'm only allowing you to do this because of your history, and you sort of had some planar situations happen in the past.
Yeah, can I use my inspiration?
Sure, to give yourself advantage. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that again.
Let's see it. All right, 11.
Oh, that was great.
Or 6. Nope. No, neither of you have any idea, even putting your heads together. You know that you're right. Something happened. It's probably magical based. But again, Pip, you hadn't seen the way the room looked before. It doesn't look natural to you with everything piled together. And Steve, you know that this is different. But, yeah, it doesn't seem to be...
Okay. Last-ditch effort. Steve is gonna fall to his knees.
Cast
cry
Divine
out.
Intervention.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh God.
I was wondering when this was gonna happen.
My friends, they have left me and I don't know where they are. Please help.
Alright, so make me a percentile roll, and you have to roll under a 14 or under to have Divine Intervention tell you where they are. 86. No.
Could I aid her or no?
In Divine Intervention, sadly, no. It is a holy thing based on the cleric. Do you have the commune spell? Steve?
Me?
Yes. Do you have it prepared, I should say?
No, I don't have it prepared.
Okay. If you had the
What
commune
spells do you
spell
have?
prepared, commune will allow you to ask 3 questions of
Yeah,
your
I
deity.
know.
So
Yeah.
that is a way that you possibly could find out.
I just didn't have it prepared and I didn't want to
Yeah, no, I just throwing it out there.
a butt.
So you drop to your knees and call out to your deity. And
Steve just turns to stone in sadness. No, I'm just kidding.
so there's a seemingly, I don't know if gargoyles can cry, but it seems like that. It's just a general sadness. Steve seems, I guess, morose is a good way to describe Steve right now. Yes.
I guess I'll just do that like shoulder hug thing and be like, there. It'll be okay.
You realize, Steve, that hugs are dangerous.
I push him away and I say, "You don't know anything. Hugs are dangerous." Oh God!
My training is complete.
Who lied to you?
Oh man. So this is so what is the plan? You are only about
I will-
3 rooms into this mansion. I don't know what you guys are planning to do.
I will try to persuade her that hugs are in fact not dangerous.
Okay.
She needs a hug right now.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Let's see how convincing you are.
Okay. Apparently my character sheet unloaded. I will
Great.
reload it.
Well, you know, guys, it's pretty much what I thought would happen. The campaign, like, I'm not even gonna bother because I'll fill you all in at the end when we figure out how much this got off track.
Okay, we got off track with shopping last time I was in, and this time people are being sucked into voids, into astral planes.
I mean, that is the
It's obviously
nature of D. So, I mean, the more important part is frustrations with your fellow players aside, is everyone having fun? Because that's what really
Oh, yeah,
matters.
It's funny.
The only one I hate here is Benzine.
Well, he's back in 25 minutes.
I know. And then he's stuck with me for 2 sessions.
Yep. Well, we'll see how stuck he is when he is on when you're on another plane of existence.
Well,
Oh, not
while
my
you
character.
persuade, I'm gonna
Yeah.
run to the bathroom.
That's
Would
fine.
it stand to reason that his logic would be if they did it again, maybe they could be sent back?
I'm going to say in this time they attempted it. And mostly with Donny trying to pull Scarlett through due to anger. And when they try it, it has no effect, as it only opens a portal to the astral plane, and they are still there.
I was kind of hoping it would just keep further pushing us deeper into other planes.
Unfortunately, it only works there. I mean, we can have it like it will move you a little bit.
We just zip around the
To
astral
a
plane.
different part of the astral plane?
Sorry, what was that?
Which one of us?
Oh,
You found the portal out eventually, but it's in that Baylor's corner of hell.
yeah, right. You make it there.
Right.
I need you to roll me your persuasion there, Pip.
Yeah. It just reloaded.
Okay.
There you go. It's plus 13.
All right. So,
So it's 23.
oh right, because it's yeah. So that's a 23 attempted persuasion, Steve, to try to convince you that maybe you do need a hug and that hugs may not be dangerous. After all, this guy left you before but showed up. The other guy seemed to be friends with you and then left.
Do I roll like an insight to see how I feel about that, or?
I mean, technically, you want to get specific. You can't use a persuasion check on another player. It's just a gauge of how persuasive his argument is. I will let you make your call. Whether you feel
I'll just
persuaded by
insight it.
Okay, that works too.
That gives me an actual answer.
That's fine. I'm just telling you per mechanics of... Yep, okay. I mean...
He's very insightful.
Yeah, apparently. But I feel like, in all honesty, Pip is probably not lying when he says that hugs really aren't dangerous.
Right. So Steve's gonna be just super confused and like half hug him, but like do it real hard.
Yeah, all right.
One arm hug.
Yeah, it's a double one-arm hug. Yeah.
You'll be okay. This out. We can get them back.
I think we should stay here forever until they come back.
That is Steve's MO. There is still more of the house to potentially explore if you so choose. Or you can hang out. It's up to
you. Steve, tell me more about yourself. Maybe that'll help get this off your mind for a little bit.
Well, I was born to normal human parents. I am 13 years old. And I like hot dogs.
Oh, this is the best.
Okay,
What about
that's
you?
good. That's good. I am an elf, as you can see by my pointy ears.
I thought you were just deformed.
Oh man.
That's not the worst thing I've heard before.
Well, I mean, I thought everybody was a human, but some humans just looked weirder than other humans.
That's a good way to think about it.
Cool.
Just you can think about it that way if it helps.
Let's wait here for 8 hours, and then maybe I can find my friends.
See, we can do that, but maybe we need to make sure the rest of this place isn't like dangerous anymore. We might find a way to get them back.
Okay.
Do you know some way to maybe contact them in 8 hours?
Yes.
Oh, do you know some magic or something?
I know lots of magic.
You know lots of magic. That's good.
Where are we going?
Is this like a weird parent-child teaching moment, sort of? Like, I can't really figure...
He's
like...
13 years old, but more like 4.
But
I've
knows
done
lots
a
of
Dungeon World
magic.
campaign of a lolly cat girl who's like who her character concept is to be like a little shithead. So this isn't bad. I've had worse.
All
No,
right.
Steve's very agreeable, but...
Yes.
Oh, she's very agreeable too, but she's a shithead.
where are you guys? What's your plan for where you guys are going?
I guess I have the feeling that the lava's downstairs, so I'll go upstairs. Maybe there's something at the top of this mansion.
Okay, so you guys can continue basically down the hallway that you're in, because it's like this is the kind of the one main room that you've been in. It sort of tees off, right? So you go down this hallway. There are doors on either side, and then it will split into. You can go left down the hallway or right down the hallway.
As we're going through this place, can I just like be checking it for anything valuable? Because
Yeah, I mean it'll take some time to stop and look in each room. Most of these now look to be.
Well, it's not like something that's like specifically valuable, but something that like looks fancy, like maybe like a nice chandelier spot or like something. Like, because I'm like just around. Something particular catches my eye.
You're gonna steal a chandelier?
That's what I'm trying to figure out how that would work. But
Steve's just standing there as he's climbing across the ceiling, like, what's happening?
This seems unsafe, in the words of my one friend.
So
He's not here.
Words
Safe
of
as
my
relative.
other.
Safe as relative.
So you make your way through. These rooms here, before you get to sort of the teed hallway, seem relatively plain. They're bedrooms. There's nothing like kind of as you casually walk your way through that's out in the open. That seems to be like nothing strikes you as valuable. They seem like fairly simple bed quarters. And you make your way to the end of this hallway, and it tees to the left and to the right. And there's doors at the end of each hallway. All flat at the moment. There is no incline going up yet. So, Steve, are you following, or are you just sitting for 8 hours?
He's just following him. He doesn't know what to do.
All right. So, which way would you like to go, left or right?
What does What does my lava sense tell me?
It's hard to say because you're pretty much the building is relatively the size of the building is hard to tell because of just the expansiveness of the underground, so it could really be either direction.
I will go right because I went left down a hallway into lava, so I'll go right and avoid it.
Okay, so you're going to the right?
Because three wrongs make a left.
Okay, so you're going to the right then? Did I hear that right? Correctly? You're going to the left?
Yes, I'm going to the right.
The right.
I'm going to the right.
Got it. Okay. So you come out into a much larger room, where there is a staircase that goes up, off to the left, but it opens like that. Or I'm sorry, that's off to the right as you come through this right door. But open to your left is a massive library.
A massive library to my left, and the
Yes.
staircase to the right.
The staircase kind of is like it's set back a little ways, but you can see the library is open and kind of around the corner from you can see like the glowing an orange glow.
I guess I'll creep over there, kind of sneaky like, and then
She's just
And
walking along
then
quietly
I'll,
behind you.
So you walk around, you peek around the corner with your 30 stealth, and you see that there is a fireplace with a lit fire. There is several like cushy armchairs. So then there is, and you see that basically you're in like a central chamber. So you've got the fireplace at your back, and looking straight ahead, there are stacks and stacks, of books on this floor. Then there's like a second tier floor to the library with more books, with the staircases that go up to the second tier of the library at the far end. And you see an open like portal, not like a true portal, but just like a doorway that is open at the end of this hallway. And you see the floor, kind of about halfway between, is just soaking wet, almost with like an inch of standing water.
it's wet on the top floor.
It's wet here on the bottom floor. If you say this room is, I don't know, 100 feet across, right? About 50 feet out, the floor is wet, but there's so much water here that it's about an inch of standing water just in like a puddle in the middle of the floor.
That's weird. I'm gonna be like, the fire isn't out, but there's a lot of water here on the floor.
Yeah, it is. It is almost, the water is almost in a cone, like a triangular shape on the floor.
Oh, so it looks like it's being contained?
It's not being contained. No, it seems like there's like dribbles coming out, but just the general shape of it is about a 60-foot cone shape.
Would we say that maybe
Okay.
some spirits got frozen here?
One could assume that, if one were to know that. Yes.
I was just wondering if for my mind, if I'm wondering where we got to.
Yep.
I guess I'll just walk cautiously through here and look around.
Okay. As you walk through, you see that as you get about towards this puddle, and there's a water puddle, you see sort of like as there's sort of the cone, the upside down triangle, right? As you're walking from the point towards the wider end, as you get a little bit further out, about halfway through that, you see that off to the side there is another similar triangle going to the left of the room, and as such, part of the shelves that are within this triangle are also wet, and the books are soggy.
In that first triangle, I'll like put my hand like do the space but not do the water. See if I like feel anything.
Nope, it's open air.
Okay, I guess I'll touch the water.
It's wet.
What?
A little.
Okay.
It is cold. It is cool water. It's not like lukewarm, but it is still cool. This water here, like it's seemingly. Actually, make me a nature check.
Haha. It's gonna be wet.
Probably. It is wet. The water's wet. You'd be worried if it wasn't. There you go.
This water is in fact dry. You feel air when you're obviously seeing water.
Yes, and it is cool. Which the
Okay,
house as general rule is decently, like, comfortably warm, but this is cool.
Okay. I guess I'll just go up the stairs. Just keep going up.
All right, you're gonna keep going up to the upper floors.
Yes, upper floors of the library. Steve, come on.
Oh, to the like the second row in the library.
Sure.
Okay, in the
There
second,
might
I
be
mean.
another door up there.
Oh, okay. So that's yes. All right, I see. So the staircase by the front. So that leads up to another hallway up above where you are. It comes out into a set of hallways that expand to the left and right. Yeah. So you see more rooms up top here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see more room.
Yes, as you go up to the top staircase. The staircase in the front of the library where you first came in goes up to another floor.
Mm-hmm.
The staircase in here within the stacks just leads to the second, where the second set of shelves are.
I'll listen at each door, see if I hear anything.
You don't hear anything at any of the doors.
Do the handles feel hot?
No.
Okay, I guess I'll open the first door.
All right, this seems to be another sort of classroom type situation. It is another classroom, which you did walk through one classroom on your way here. You saw the weird images of the wolf and the frog, or the force. What did we end up choosing? I forget.
Okay, so I did see that.
You did, yeah. You saw that on your way in, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is another classroom. This one is mostly an open room. It is hardwood floors, and there are like what look like combat training dummies, and most of them are. You see some that are scorched, some that are burnt, and things like that.
Can I start pulling books off shelves and just like looking through them randomly?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a D.
Keep going.
While you're doing that, roll me a D30, Laura. $13. I'll keep, I'm looking for stuff to see what we've got as far as books. What were you, so you were gonna, so in this room here, Hypertroller, were you looking for anything specific? Or just
checking them out. If there's anything catches my eye, I guess I'll examine the scorched training dummy. See if I.
Sure. Laura, the first book you pull out is hollowed out, and you open it up, and inside it is a ring.
Ooh.
Oh no.
This proposed to me. I have heard of that human custom. We are now engaged. Bookshelf.
There's no response from the bookshelf.
It's okay. I like the silent types.
The bookshelf is made of both. It's a strong silent type.
Yes, that's true. It has a symbol of a sideways 8, aka an infinity symbol, on one side, and the other side has what looks like a tiny flame.
I put it on.
Okay, you
and
have.
I say, I accept.
As you say that, a bookshelf across from you explodes in a fiery explosion.
Yay.
Wait, the bookshelf exploded?
You're on the second floor, but you do hear an explosion from down below.
What? What? And I go check it out.
Okay, the scorched training dummy falls over, and you run back downstairs, and you see a completely exploded bookshelf, and Steve, with a book open on the floor that was hollowed out with a ring in the center, like a spot for a ring. Steve is now wearing a ring.
I didn't explode my bookshelf.
No, you exploded another
right?
bookshelf, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to pick up my bookshelf and take it with me.
Make me a strength check.
Steve, what are you doing with that bookshelf? What happened to the other bookshelf?
Yeah, Steve, you're able to hoist this. You watch as Steve hoists this bookshelf off of the floor. The books continue to fall off of the shelf as Steve picks it up. I don't know how you react to that at all, Steve, but the books all fall off onto the floor, and Steve is now hoisting this bookshelf over his basically has it on his back of his shoulders and is holding it like that with his wings splayed out to sort of help balance.
This bookshelf and I are engaged. I am taking it with me, as per custom.
This is what you are told.
I have been told you're supposed to carry it across thresholds. What is a threshold?
A entry point. But I might want. That's not. I'll say nothing.
You say nothing? Alright. So you went upstairs, you heard an explosion, you see what's going on now.
To make Steve happy, I will do a mock ordainment session.
Okay.
To the bookshelf.
Yes, Steve, you've heard of there's this engagement, and you have heard of the formal process of marriage, which is where a third party marries the two betrothed. Yes, Pip there in front of you performs this mock ceremony to wed you two.
Steve performs his vows, where he's like, bookshelf, I shall carry you across all thresholds, and make sure you do not explode, as in the fashion of that other bookshelf.
You know, it's a real
Amen.
shame.
What?
I actually have the ceremony spell, so I could have literally married them.
It's true, you could have. The bookshelf is strong and silent. It does not. Its vows are as moving as you, or unmoving as you want them to be in your head, as they doesn't actually speak.
And you may kiss the groom.
So...
I was told that kisses spread bacteria. I shall now lightly hug my bookshelf.
The symbolic gesture is performed, and you are now gargoyle and bookshelf.
Amen.
I now pronounce you gargoyle trial.
So, we're coming up to the end of this session here.
We've done nothing. Nothing.
Hey, speak for yourself.
We got married. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
We did not have a witness though, so technically I don't know if it's official unless you count the books as witnesses. I'm not sure.
I will write down the book names on a ledger of witnesses.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, you have a minister though who says that minister who performed the ceremony. So, following this session, I will just point out that we have Homer and Katie back for Astral Plane Adventures. Hypertroller, you are still here, and then Sean is sick and can't make it, so Benzine will be returning. So,
maybe I can finally join his pirate crew if I get back.
I will ask her when did the bookshelf explode? For the sake of maybe figuring things out.
After the other bookshelf proposed to me and I accepted, I assumed that the other bookshelf over there was so angry with that he wasn't betrothed to me first that he exploded out of anger and jealousy.
You do understand humans.
That makes complete sense. What kind of ring did the bookshelf propose to you with?
This one.
And as
Put it on the wrong hand.
That's fine. As you say that, this one, the armchair behind you explodes.
Huh.
I did not know that I was attractive.
You are very attractive, Steve.
He says nervously. And yeah,
Do I notice the infinity symbol on the ring?
It's on the inside of the ring, so you don't actually notice it on the ring. But
does it look a little bit like this ring? As I show her my ring.
as you point and hold up your ring, and the explosion settles in the fire, we're running up on time here, but a green and orange spotted gecko that's about the size of your waist appears in front of you, Pip, and says, well, I don't know about you, but that looked pretty dangerous. You should probably buy some insurance to protect yourself. I can save you a really good deal on insurance right now.
Oh my god, it's the Geico lizard.
I only accept insurance policies that insure me for 15% or more.
He says, well, funny you should mention that, because mine does. I'll save you 15% or more than you would on other insurances. By the way, at this point in your life, you haven't really heard any options for insurance. So this is the first time. So really, by definition, he will do that.
He doesn't know that.
That's true. So.
I might be able to save 50% or more.
So.
What kind of insurance can you offer me?
He goes, life insurance. You almost got blown up. Adventurers should have insurance. That way somebody can get the payout when you end up dying.
That is fair. Can you do anything else besides give me insurance?
He goes, nope.
Do you know where my friends went?
He goes, no, but they should have bought insurance.
Would that help them know where they went?
He's
I
not
bought
wrong.
insurance from you.
He said, if they bought insurance from me...
Can you give us insurance against magic?
He goes, I can give you life insurance. To protect you, as long as you list your benefactor, I can make sure they get a decent sum of money due to your untimely demise.
I will accept if you travel with us and help us.
He goes, son, I sell insurance because I know how dangerous life is. I ain't a dummy.
Think about it, though.
And he goes, you think about it and get back to me, and he disappears.
You don't have insurance.
He disappears when you say, he says, you think about it, and then he's gone. And at that, we're going to end the session! Yay! So,
Yay! Sorry, Homer.
So what I'm going to say happens, during this time, Pip, you are left in the room as Steve, after some complications, angles his bookshelf to get out of the threshold, and Steve goes off on what he told you is his honeymoon, which is a normal human custom to happen post-marriage. So Steve,
But Steve, what about the friends?
He believes it's just eating honey under the moon somewhere.
Yes, Steve, even as you yell over Steve's shoulder about how, what about the friends, Steve will look back and say something along the lines of, I'm married now, and walks out.
Seems legit.
I have to concentrate on my relationship. Goodbye.
And Laura...
I'm like hooting and hollering from laughter right now.
You guys are so welcome.
So, Mrs. Powell, to jump in here, it is one contiguous session over 24 hours where certain players switch out every 3. So it's technically 8 3-hour sessions. So whatever happens in one session impacts what happens in the next to a degree. For instance, Homer and Katie are here for the next session, but they are still trapped in the astral plane from this session. Decanus, I can't promise that we'll have the adventures of Steve, but maybe I can convince Laura to write a short story. And I'll publish it on the website. So Donny and Scarlett, who is Homer and Katie, they are trapped in the astral plane. My mistake. And Steve, as Laura down the end, Steve is leaving on his honeymoon with his bookshelf that he just got married to. So, Laura, real quick before you head, I think we talked about it, or maybe we didn't talk about it at the beginning. Why don't you just give us a quick rundown of who you are and where people can find you on the internet before you head out? Because you will be back in 6 hours.
Yeah, I'll be back for the end.
Yes, for the last 2 sessions.
Yeah.
You have a real short honeymoon.
Yeah.
That depends on how much you guys get done in the next 6. Her honeymoon could be the same day as some of you other guys, or it could be several days.
It could be a divorce. We'll see when we come back.
I'm excited to see what happens. So Steve or Laura, both same person. Tell us, where can we find you on the internet and things?
Oh, so my actual name is Laura, not Steve.
No, it's not. She's lying.
I know it's
totally
so convincing.
It's totally a normal human.
You can find me on the internet on Twitter at Win in Rome. I'm also on Monday nights on this channel, every other Monday night, playing a game called With the Belladonnas, where I play a charismatic sorcerer who's not very charismatic because I can't play charismatic very well. This character is much more in my wheelhouse. But anyway, yeah, that's who I am.
All right, so you are going to head out. We are going to get Benzyme back for... He's going to be here for 7, technically, because the next session is 4 hours because of daylight savings time. So we will get him for the next few hours, where we will lose Laura, but we'll get her back after Benzyme leaves. So thank you, Laura. We'll catch you in a little while. Enjoy your honeymoon.